I'm texting Liam on the side here. What do you think? Something along the lines of, man, screw Derrick Henry. He's against us now. I hope he tears his ACL. UFC superstar Jorge Gamebred Masvidal, dude. What's going on, baby?
What's up, everybody?
Alrighty, what up, everybody? Welcome into Man to Man Podcast. Today we're switching things up and talking man to woman. Please welcome on the show singer, songwriter, social media star Lauren Gray. We know you like the DJs.
I am okay.
$1.99 for a banana bag, bro.
Welcome back to Man Podcast. It is September 7th, 76 degrees and sunny out in the great city of Nashville, Tennessee. Mr. Hoopstar and myself, Twazington, are back in the Nashville studio. Football is officially here after a couple of crazy first games in the NFL between the Chiefs and Ravens in Arrowhead and the Eagles and Packers in Sao Paulo, Brazil, who has a significantly higher crime rate than the U.S., specifically in violent homicides and meth trafficking. We were talking about that last week's episode, a little bit of that. I don't know. Would you traffic? Would you not? Fuck it. We might, dude, if we're trying to eat. We'll get into those games a little bit later on. Speaking of violent crimes, a shooting took place in San Francisco to one 49ers player who returned to the field just days later. Will he continue to play ball or, I don't know, consider retiring and joining the shooter's ops and attempt to blow this man's brains out? We'll get into that as well. We'll give our Mount Rushmore of best pregame songs at a party and cover other hot topics in the UFC world, hip-hop industry, and cap it off with more football drama and future picks. But before we get into that, today's episode is brought to you by SeatGeek. With the football season finally back again, there's no better app to find sweet last-minute deals than SeatGeek. SeatGeek stands as the ultimate ticketing app, bringing a fresh perspective to the event game. Unlike the other apps out there, SeatGeek's got this nifty deal score system that scales from 0 to 10 to each ticket. Green means has a great deal, red not the best. It's like having a personal ticketing expert right in your pocket. They cut through the ticket chaos, making sure you snag the hottest deals without any guesswork. This app's got your back with interactive seating maps, letting you pick the perfect spot without breaking a sweat. And the best part, they're the absolute goats for finding sweet last-minute deals before an event takes place. We've got a deal you can't pass up ahead of this year. For all first-time users, you can receive $20 off your first entire first purchase by clicking the link in the episode description and using our code MAN2MANPOD at the checkout. Do yourself a favor and save some cash through SeatGeek using our code. Again, that's promo code MANTOMANPOD for $20 off your first purchase at the checkout. Okay, let's let the Lord in. Season 5, episode 2. Mr. Hoopstar, how are thou?
I'm good. That was a great intro. I feel like
thank you, sir.
You do very well with just getting the pod started, and then we just start to just talk, and then it.
I know.
But
I try. It's a lot.
Shout out to SeatGeek.
Shout out to SeatGeek on a lot of coffee right now. Big week for the both of us. You're in. Can we get a quick update with the knee? I know we kind of start that way anyways. You're bending 110, it looks like. Last week you were at 90. Going back to your surgeon, seeing if you can go back to work here.
Yep. On Monday. So when you listen to this, I'll know my update. But
cool.
Yeah, everything's going in the right direction. I'm almost there. It's been a long. I looked at it, and if I go back to work in a month on Monday, I'll be out for a total of 9 months.
How do you feel about that?
I was talking to my uncle this weekend up at the lake, and I might try to retire as soon as possible.
Really?
Because the last 9 months is been the best I've felt.
Yeah.
Just mentally, physically,
Good.
not so much physically in terms of I can't work out and stuff, but just overall, health wise, I just clear mind. And then I'm doing things like going to the store for one thing, and it ends up being a 3-hour trip.
I feel like I do that all the time too.
Yeah.
Does everybody do that?
I don't know, and I don't know.
What are you going to the store for?
I'm usually I needed what are these things?
Some onion rings or something?
No, I needed the things that clean out your ears.
Q-tips.
Q-tips.
Yeah.
I needed them. I ran out, so I went to the store.
Yeah.
Went out just to get those. And I went to CVS, Then I went down over to Target. Went over there, looked. I was like, oh, I could, look for something else, and
Yeah.
it ended up being a 3-hour trip. Because
What else did you end up getting besides Q-tips?
Nothing.
Like toiletries, or what are you thinking? You got to wipe the little ass a little bit? Or
I
what's
went
good?
into Target to get dude wipes. Because I was like, I'm out. Let me just get that too.
Yeah.
So, and then I went around Target for an hour and a half, bro.
Here's a question, because when you walk into that Target, are you kind of thinking that people are looking at you too while you're staring at them? Isn't it kind of weird?
Yeah, I
You know what I'm
see that.
saying?
Yeah,
It's in
yeah.
Target only, I feel like, right? Like Publix, everyone's kind of getting, all right, man, everyone's going crazy. But when you go in Target, it's like kind of a hangout spot.
Yeah, it's kinda
you
like a
walk in, you're like
browsing-
looking, but you're kind of looking down at the same time. Maybe you check your phone. Why are people like that nowadays?
I think it's more of like a
Because everyone's dialed into the screens. We're like, oh my God, there's another human being.
yeah. Or if like Target's more of like a relaxed shopping place because they got everything. It's not just groceries. They got,
You're not really getting groceries there though.
No.
No.
But I usually, when I go out, I was gonna say, when I usually go out to like stores and stuff, I'm got my list and I only get my list and I'm in and out. But this last couple of months, it's just like,
What else? You called me a couple of nights and were like, hey, dude, I've been messing around with this, 5,000 Lego piece airplane.
yeah, finish that.
Finish that. You didn't do
while
another
back.
one, or did you?
No.
No. Okay. So
Those
we've got the
things are-
Lego piece. You were just at the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, thanks for the invite again. Never been to his fucking lake house, dude. It's been 15 plus years. They've got a bar there that you usually go to. You got friends up there.
Yeah.
Labor Day weekend happens. Family up in the lake house. Are you cooking hot dogs? Like, are you going to like
So-
a Target-esque out there and you're grilling for the fam, or what are you doing?
So I usually go up either a week before or a week after.
And how do you spend that week by yourself there?
I'm just relaxing.
just
That's like my mental reset. I mean, that's my happy place.
Yeah.
It's like
But you're
peaceful.
skipping PT at the same time.
Yeah.
So your boss is like, when is this guy going to get back to work? And you're like, I'm at the lake house, dude, relaxing still.
Yeah, like I
So
couldn't.
you're egging it, bro, for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, I don't get vacation,
Yeah.
and this is my vacation, but it was good. Good time up there. Usually, I just go out on the boat, bro, and just
Yeah.
sit out there, have a couple of drinks, and then listen to music, and then come
Did
back.
you go fishing
in.
at all?
I went fishing one time, like just once.
Yeah. What are you using, worms, or what are you trying to catch, bass?
Bluegill is
Bluegill.
big. in that
They're the
lake.
ones that are kind of just on those worms. Summers and I went to Percy Priest for Labor Day, and he caught that bass. I don't know if he caught it or not.
Yeah, I saw that on
the worm,
socials.
like a big bite, bro.
Yeah.
That was pretty big. So a little bit of fishing, just a little bit of chilling out, catching some UVs. I mean, looking at a couple birds here and there at the bar, and then saying, "Hey, listen, I got a crib by myself. Let's read a book or two."
Yeah, that's exact. I usually go to the bar at 5 o'clock.
I'll read you like a night lullaby story. You know, call me Mr. Dr. Hoopstar Seuss. You know.
Yeah, something like that.
Then if it ends in a bed night kiss or a hug or even like a pinky promise on whatever it is, that's what happened.
Yeah.
And you're making promises.
No promises.
No
made.
promises. Okay,
No.
okay.
I
No
only
promises.
know. I only know a couple people actually like friend wise up there,
Okay.
and then the bartenders at the hotel I know really well.
Yeah.
They're like actually OG friends.
Okay. You just know them from going up there. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. But are you growing out for the fam? Or what are you
So
doing?
the whole week of that, before I go or before everybody gets up there, the week after, I cook every meal while I'm up there, just because it takes up time because I need stuff to do. I can't just sit out and do nothing.
Yeah.
And I kind of like cooking too. So, but then once the family gets, we usually
Now, do you guys? Is it a little bit more traditional when you got the family there? You're all eating at the dinner table. And maybe you got
Yeah.
kids and adults table. Are you saying anything? Is there like a speech or is a prayer going on?
no, we just cook and grill
and
out
just relax.
yeah,
Like, what's
and
up with that,
and-
man? I got a ton of
Well,
friends.
another
that are
thing
like,
too. This was the first time I kind of realized it. My cousins now are having kids.
Yeah.
And they're like 1 and 2 running around the house, loud as can be. And so that was the
So
first
you're
time.
Uncle Hoopstar.
Yeah, I'm uncle.
You're Uncle Hoop.
I'm uncle. I'm
Uncle.
uncle now. I'm on.
That is frightening, bro.
Yeah, but it's cool to see because it's always good to have like the family all together.
Uncle, that's the thing, bro. Because I remember being super young, and then I didn't know if the guy was. I don't know where half of my family's at anymore. But you would look at the younger dude, and you'd be like, "What is he? What's his affiliation? Is he
Yeah.
Unc?
Yeah,
he's
he's
like
he's
low
my-
key young uncle.
Yeah,
So
but yeah, it was
and
just
like
good.
that's
time.
always the coolest guy too.
Yeah,
you know,
And
I don't
it's-
want to go talk to grandma. Grandma, get out of here with the damn cookies and scrambled eggs.
Yeah, and then just the age gaps too. Like I'm like the like middle.
Are you hanging out with your cousins? Like, all right, cool, family's in bed, you know.
They all married and have kids, bro.
So they're okay. So they're
and so they're putting the kids down at 8 o'clock and then going to sleep type shit.
Damn, dude. So who
But,
you
like,
hanging out with?
I mean, my uncle Tim is like the coolest like OG
Uncle
guy.
T?
Yeah, Uncle Tim. He's like, he'll go to the bar with me and drink. He'll like, I mean, he loves sailing. I grew up sailing and stuff like that. So, and he's kind of the boat guy. Me and him are kind of like, take care of the boat, take it out. If the
Nice.
little kids want to go out,
Nice.
we'll take them and stuff like that. So
Love
it's
that.
like,
Love that. Awesome, man.
It's a
Glad
good time, yeah.
glad you got to go do that. I don't know what I've been up to, dude. I think I've been kind of on a Got Pod.
I mean, you've
Started
been
last
grinding.
week.
I was talking to you last night. You actually have been really grinding and having that podcast come out.
Socials are cooking, dude. Got Pod. Go check it out. Marshawn Lynch and Mike Robinson, dude. Mike Robinson is hilarious.
I didn't know how funny he was going to
He's
be,
hilarious.
but
yeah.
he's actually a funny guy.
Yeah, that's the thing because Marshawn.
Do you think that dynamic is just because him and Marshawn are so close, or you think he's just a goofy guy?
I watched his Real Rob reports that I see people commenting on in the comment section. Have you heard of this? Real Rob reports?
No.
2012 season, he's doing the whole content game before anybody really else was with a video camera in the Seahawks locker room, interviewing other guys on the field or other guys that he's playing with, his teammates.
And his personality.
It's like, yo, it's a real Mike Rob report, man.
I like
What you
that.
got to say, man? What'd you do with your first check, man?
I like that.
Like all that. So yeah, Mike is kind of, and now he works for the NFL Network and things like that. But Got Pod has been awesome to work on. We're in week 2. We hit 1 million plus on one YouTube Shorts, and which skyrocketed our subscribers. I think we're at 20,000+ subscribers now. The first episode dropped on Thursday of this last week. If you're watching this on Wednesday, and it should be at right now in real time 75,000 plus.
Yeah.
Right now it's at like 40 or 50, but it's kind of crazy how it's catching traction, and then we're getting shown on like the new shows on Apple Podcast, which is super cool to see, like the charts and shit. It's like, oh shit, that's Got Pod right there, which is awesome. Angel Reese's podcast dropped under Playmakers Network too.
I saw that too.
Kind of blowing us out the water, and I'm like, well, damn, dude, what's going on? It's kind of hard to get Marshawn to promote a lot. Angel has 4.1 million followers, and she's almost got like a cult following.
And she got Shaq right next to her too.
And she's got, Shaq right next to her, which is going to be her next guest.
Yeah.
So as for Marshawn, the next guest is, can you take a guess? The next guest is, can you take a guess?
Is it a teammate?
It's a former running back that it was an absolute stud in the NFL, not a teammate. Funny quote that I'll probably drop here on socials is, he was humping up and down that field, bruh.
Like Arian Foster?
Close. Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Pearson.
Adrian Peterson, bug-eyed, ready to get in that end zone, ready to get quick 6. But it's been super fun to work on. So go check that out, along with liking and subscribing to the Man to Man podcast, because we're just continuing to try to cook over here.
They also got to shout out Pat McAfee on the
Yes, bro. Good fucking looks, dude.
I told you, I don't really watch Pat McAfee like religiously.
Mm-hmm.
I turned it on because I just got back from doing something or going to the grocery or something. Turned on ESPN, and it was like at the very end of that, his 2 hour or whatever, his show. And Marshawn's podcast, I had to like play it
He
back.
mentioned it. What did he say?
Him and Chuck Pagano were like talking about some team and how they don't have like an identity and or mixing something up. And then Chuck was like talking about like everybody goes back to the Marshawn Lynch.
The 1 yard.
1 yard. Do we hand it off? Do we check out of? Do I pass it? And he was talking about the beast. And,
Yeah.
And then Pat was like, yeah, shout out. He got a podcast.
He's got a podcast. Going to be the greatest thing.
Yeah. It was cool.
The feedback that I've seen in the comments are, thank God.
Yeah.
This is a podcast.
Because people want to hear from people.
There's some
like
comments
that.
out there that I see that are like, there's like only 1 or 2 that I've seen like, oh, everyone's got a podcast nowadays. Sure, that's true. The rest is, thank God these 2 guys are on the podcast together, because they used to be best friends too in the locker room, because Mike Rob blocked for Marshawn the entire time he was playing with them.
And personality, like everybody knows Marshawn has a good personality, like a goofy personality.
Yeah.
And everybody knows how smart of a football player in mind he is. So it just is like works perfectly.
Yeah.
Like I want to hear what Marshawn has to say about certain things.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
and it's
let me tune in.
pure entertainment.
Yeah, it's funny.
Pure
stuff.
entertainment. Nowadays, we're like, oh, man, it's a minute-long video. You can watch the entire minute-long video.
Well, just how it starts too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Funny.
He
Crack a
doesn't,
joke.
his teams, we're not going to monetize on Instagram, but it's just because he's like, no corporate shit. Nothing. If I'm collabing with anything or if like Beast Mode Productions is collabing with all curse words, leave them, man.
Yeah.
And I think that's game changer. And we've also gotten rid of the on-screen captions, which people are like, good move.
Yeah.
Let's just add the context in the front.
Yeah.
Which the captions, I don't know. Like we were trying to talk about, like when did that start? Like in 2020 when people were just like, it's kind of annoying to read now, right?
Well, I think I think
We do it on our social clips, but I like how it looks.
I think initially it was, I don't want to say I'm sitting like at an airport or something,
Yeah.
or like at dinner or something. I don't want it playing.
But at the airport, you got what in?
Got headphones. and
Got
stuff.
headphones.
But certain places you don't. I know certain places I don't have my sound on.
Yeah.
But I'm still scrolling.
Yeah.
You know, at dinner you don't want to fucking hear Marshawn drop the
Yeah.
F-bombs and shits and with little kids running around. So
Yeah.
I think that's where it started. But
That's where it starts. It's been awesome to work on, man. So we'll see what happens. Week 2, heading into week 3, into their next episode, which will be at the Seahawks facility with Byron Murphy, which I don't know a lot about, but I guess he was the Texas first round and he kind of dropped a little bit and there was some controversy there. But the second part of that next episode is with, I think his name is, I don't want to say Dave Matthews because that's the band, but it's Dave somebody who's the head of PR for the Seahawks over for the past like 20 years. Hilarious content. Marshawn's talking about how he wanted to kill this guy.
yeah, he probably tried to coach him up saying,
Yeah. And this guy is so cool too. He's like, I don't give a shit, man. You know, I loved you. You know, that's cool. You know, just old head. Anyways, let's get into it. Speaking of football, college football, we're watching it right now. We've got the Tennessee game later tonight. A little sprinkle on Nico. I've got a new word. Let's talk about quickly college football. Michigan got boat raced by
they look bad.
Texas. Boat raced.
Yeah.
Had the over on that game. Michigan just probably not going to be as good. Texas, I mean,
Scary
wouldn't hate a
good.
future pick on them.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm glad Tennessee doesn't play them this year.
yeah, and Texas is in the SEC.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12-man playoff. Have you checked out any Ohio State games yet?
I didn't. I just
No one really has, right?
because they haven't really. I don't think they. I mean, once Oregon comes in a couple weeks, that will be the first.
Yeah, college football is just so fun to watch, man. It's just a different energy out here, dude. Like it's, the weather's dropping a
was gonna
tad,
say-
and I don't want to knock on wood, but it just when football's back, it just feels like everything's back.
Well, this weekend was the first time it switched
Yeah.
a little bit. Like
Yeah.
cold little. I woke up, chill in the air,
Yeah.
have a whole slate of football on this time of the year, man.
We talked about it too. I think favorite seasons. Now I am ready for it to get a little bit cooler out.
yeah, I need the sweatshirt weather to come back.
Maybe not the winter weather, but I'm down to throw on a sweatshirt or two.
Yeah.
College football has been great so far, and then as far as the NFL goes, what are we gonna call it? I guess a season opener with the Chiefs and the Ravens.
Good game there.
Mahomes, I guess I got a couple of stats here so we can kind of back it up here. Final score: Chiefs 27, Ravens 20. Ended in a toe touch from Isaiah Likely.
Yep.
That's he went out of bounds. Mahomes thought he was going into OT. So did Lamar. We all did. Mahomes is saying, "Hey, you got to wear white cleats next time." Not a bad little strat or advice right there. Pretty good game overall. Couple of highlights here. Yeah, Mahomes did his thing. Threw for 291 yards, 2 touchdowns. Had a few hiccups, including an early interception. I've got him on fantasy. Wasn't doing that hot at the half, and I don't know if it's like an NFL Super Bowl hangover, but they got the job done. Kelsey didn't look great. He's got a new haircut. I think this might be the only time I say this. T Swift was hot as hell walking into that thing, bro. Fire little baddie, dude. I
she
don't know
knew what she was
went on,
doing.
dude. I don't know what went on there.
She knew what she was doing.
Not my type, but she was looking great. Lamar Jackson threw for 273 yards, rushed for 122. Dual threat quarterback, And then as far as us being Titans fans, I've got Derrick Henry on my fantasy. That first drive that the Ravens went down super smooth. Derrick gets in the end zone. We're all cheering, in Nashville. He looked solid in that white uniform. Titans probably had the ugliest fucking uniforms I've ever seen. But yeah, it's just a great game, and I'm sure those two teams will see each other down the line again.
Yeah, it was a great way to start this season. I mean, it's obviously the Chiefs, but one highlight play I want to kind of highlight with that game, Worthy.
I got him on fantasy.
Do you really?
Yeah, I started him.
First, I was in the group chat with my college buddies. First touch in the NFL is a touchdown.
Yeah,
running.
they've got some speed on the outside again, a little Tyreek-esque.
And then his first catch is a touchdown.
So he had two, right?
He had two touchdowns.
Yeah, he had two.
One running, which is his first NFL touch, went for a touchdown. Then his actual position of first catch goes for a touchdown. I mean, he's going to be special. He's like the next, replacement for.
I wonder where
Tyreek.
he's from. I could probably look this up.
Yeah.
Rookie of the year? Is he on watch for Rookie of the Year already?
Yeah, I think he went to Texas. Now I'm thinking about it.
He did go to Texas.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fun to watch players like that kind of fill roles that you see in the NFL from college, especially with a team like the Chiefs.
Right. So the biggest question I think throughout that night was Mark Andrews. Where was he? He was left tackle at one point in the game, blocking for Isaiah Likely on a screen pass.
Maybe
He was in a car accident a couple weeks ago, but untouched apparently. Didn't nothing
maybe,
really there.
Maybe they just like Likely more because Likely did show up. He looked really good too. So
what about Mahomes' magic or mistakes? Again, kind of a little rocky at the beginning, but you're looking for the three-peat. I think they're still probably the best team in the NFL. I love just maybe a future pick on that too. I like the idea of Travis Kelce retiring after the three-peat.
if they get it, that was like my future. Like he's gonna retire.
Yeah. So
I think regardless after this year, because I think the Chiefs will go far enough, either AFC Championship or the Super Bowl, and regardless, Kelce had 2 targets in the first half.
what was up with that?
I don't know. They just used him as a decoy, or I don't know if the run game. Pacheco looked really good too.
I've got Pacheco in one of my leagues too. I'm heavy. Can I just give you my strategy? I've got in 3 fantasy leagues this year. 1 in work and then 2 in
Because I have a fantasy take too.
2 in sleeper. Is it sleeper or keeper league?
Keeper league.
Keeper.
Yeah,
and then one of my keeper leagues is you keep 3 guys. It's I don't know what dynasty league, dynasty team or whatever. My strategy was 2 running backs and then a tight end. And then you go get the wide receivers and then a really good quarterback.
Okay. So I typically do receivers first because I'm in PPR.
Yeah.
And so every reception is also a point. So that's where but yeah, it depends on who you get, honestly. But I had a strategy because I started fantasy again for the first time in years. I'm not a big fantasy guy. I took 4 quarterbacks in one of my leagues.
I've got 5.
Yeah, okay. Because quarterbacks drop. They don't go till 4th or 5th round.
I'm so glad you did because I was in my keeper league. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off,
No,
but
go ahead,
I
go
was
for
just getting in my keeper league. I kept Patty Mahomes, Saquon, and Kittle.
Yeah.
And then I snagged my starting lineup, and then I snagged Jaden Daniels, Dak Prescott, Baker Mayfield, and somebody else. And I was kind of fucking around a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, trade stock is there.
I have Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, and
you're cooking, dude.
Tua.
Yeah.
So like if one of them have first 3 good games or something, I'm like, hey, you want a quarterback? You need a quarterback? Jaden Daniels isn't, cooking for you. Dak got hurt or something. Hey, take him off. Give me another player. That's good.
Yeah. So let's call it right now. Chiefs just Super Bowl champs again. Let's call it right now. Who do you think they'll play? If you do think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl,
I'll say this: AFC. I like championship. I like Bills and Chiefs up there.
Did you see my horse race?
No,
Bills
got it.
Yeah.
And then I really like 49ers again. I think they'll come back and they're just got players in so many positions. I think I don't know who else is really that good. Maybe the Packers over there.
I was going to say Packers could get in. What about the Lions?
Lions, I mean, they have to win
Yeah.
win the games because I'm not.
Well, you want to know a
in.
fun stat? Fun fact.
Go for it.
14 out of the 17 games that the Lions played this year are in a
What?
dome.
Well, it helps that they play in like home court in a dome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's advantage, right?
It's advantage, no matter
For
what.
sure.
JG going to go off.
Especially if you're like used to playing in a dome and then you travel somewhere else and you play in a dome too.
And another dome. And another dome too. Okay. Let's get into the game that was in randomly Sao Paulo, Brazil, where the players, I think, were... I got to turn this off. The players were complaining about how, there's a higher crime rate there, and then they were just staying in the hotels the entire time they were there. A, why the hell did they go play that game there? B, why the hell did they go play that game there? Like, what the hell, dude? It was a great game, though. I've got Saquon on fantasy, 3 tutties.
3 of them.
3 of them.
3 of the 4 touchdowns.
Jordan Love, do you know what happened to him or no?
No,
He's hurt.
I didn't know that. I know.
And so you know who they picked up?
Willis, right?
As of today,
Oh, of today, no, who?
Tannehill.
Oh, really?
It's the Titans QBs
Yeah.
playing in Green Bay.
Malik Willis.
Did you see Malik's last minute throw? He just didn't do it.
He just doesn't care. I don't think he's just like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tough spot too for him. It's like, I know now I'm a backup. Like the Titans didn't want me as a starter. That didn't. I feel bad for backup quarterbacks. I think that's the toughest position.
I don't know if I have specific details of his injury yet, but it'll probably come out when this is out. And
I think it was something on his leg or something. Because
it's something on his leg.
I think he took a hit, and I saw the hit, and then.
Final score to that game: Eagles 34, Packers 29. Great game to watch.
Yeah.
I had Eagles minus 2.5, and then great to see AJ get in there too.
Yeah,
that
talking about the Eagles could be scary too, but
yeah.
After last year, that traumatic
up to the Lions, right?
I don't know, but they lost whatever it was, 4 straight to end the season or something like that. But I like to watch Jalen Hurts because I think he's really good.
So do you think the coach is, what's his name, on the hot seat?
Nick, whatever his name is.
Something. I don't know.
I don't know. They got to, make it to the championship, or NFC championship.
Mm-hmm.
They can't have a fallout like they did last year. That's the biggest thing that I saw.
I was asking Buddy last night, is it a win or bust type of season? I don't think it is. Because they got Saquon. It's a new player.
I mean, the way that Saquon played, you have to think that they're like, all right, we're back.
Right.
We're not going to have that happen again.
Wouldn't you want to see Saquon do awesome again?
Yeah.
He's the man.
He's a good player too.
Yeah, dude. And
he's fun to watch.
He got cucked in Hard Knocks with the Giants.
Yeah. I mean,
I
the
think
Giants
that was last year, but
Giants are just a fucking terrible organization.
Yeah. Let's get into it. Yeah, again, Saquon Barkley's debut had a monster game, scoring 3 tutties. Going to be a great player for them. Hurts threw for 311 yards. Yeah. Connected with A.J. Brown, who had 119 receiving yards. Long run right there. Jordan Love's injury, was injured in the final moments. Malik back up. They pick up Tannehill. Let's see. I guess, here's a couple of questions here. How does Barkley change the Eagles' offense this season?
I mean, they have another dynamic player that not only can run the ball, but he can catch the ball out of the backfield too. Mm-hmm. Is it me or is it... Because I don't know if it was just because it was the only 2 games to start the season, but you have to think, I don't know if it's just because I'm a Titans fan, but you see Derrick Henry do good on another team. You see A.J. Brown do good on another team. Why can't we keep players like that?
Do we need to talk about what you said about Derrick Henry?
Yeah, we can bring that up. Because I think a lot of people, especially our Nashville listeners, will definitely, I think, side on my side.
So I'm at the bar watching the Thursday night football game.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
Derrick Henry looked awesome. Like I said, looked great. First tutty, first drive, looked awesome. We're all rooting for him. I'm texting Liam on the side here. What do you think? something along the lines of, man, screw Derrick Henry. He's against us now. I hope he tears his ACL.
All right, I said fuck him. I hope he tears his ACL as a joke. But I also like
That's a tough joke.
But I also was like mad to see that like he was doing so well. Like I was kind of sad that he was not on our team.
Yeah,
anymore.
but then again, his first fucking run was down the middle and he got tackled. It was like, I've seen that before.
Right. But they won't use him as much as we used him. Like we relied so much on
As
Derrick
in like a jump throw in the end zone type thing. Yeah.
And like we gave it to him 30 times, so many games. And they, they don't need him to do that. But I don't know. But seeing all the players from the Titans leave, I was kind of upset.
So you don't want to see him tear his ACL?
No ACL, but
okay.
I don't root for players. Like especially NFL, like basketball wise, I somewhat root for players.
So the argument with the boys that I'm in, the group chat that I'm in with the fantasy league, they want him to do good just so he can be this first ballot Hall of Fame.
He's already in the Hall of Fame. That was my take. He's like top 15 in rushing touchdowns.
He doesn't have a championship.
He's already, if you're top 15, go look at the top 15 rushing touchdowns.
Okay,
the people above him.
I get he's Hall of Fame, but like, what if it? I don't know. Maybe.
I just don't. I NFL, like I root for my team. Yeah. Like Titans is like the only.
Here, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Let's go back to Marshawn real quick about what he said about the clip that I posted of him being in the Hall of Fame this next year, which will be the first time that he's eligible to be in the Hall of Fame or something like that.
Get a vote. Yeah.
He goes, if I don't get in off rip, I'm good. So who's better, Marshawn Lynch or Derrick Henry?
That's tough. I think it's hard to say that because Henry's still playing, but I mean Marshawn Lynch
has the championship.
I mean Marshawn Lynch is a fucking GOAT, bro. Like he's one of the like if you talk about like top running backs ever, like it's beast mode, bro.
It's beast mode.
Like
bro.
he did stuff that is just different.
Yeah.
But you also have to think once Derrick Henry like retires, people like just the way he plays and runs so hard and it's 250 pounds and running a 4.5, like he's already in the Hall of Fame.
Derrick Henry or AP?
See, that's a good comparison because they're kind of similar too. No
really good in college too.
Yeah. I mean,
you would have to look at the stats.
I mean, I would say just Derrick Henry just because I watched him.
Did AP get a Super Bowl?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think he did.
All right. But
yeah, I mean, I like to root for players. I'm a big player prop guy, so I mean, I like to anytime tutties, anything like that. Obviously, I'm not rooting for the Ravens because they're one of like our rival teams. I don't know if they think that, but
that's how I mean, especially for the NFL, I root for my team. Yeah, because I'm not like fans of any other team. So like, especially like the Titans, if we have to play a game late in the season to make the playoffs, fuck Derrick Henry.
Yeah, damn, bro. You know what'd be crazy? Wild card game. Ravens back at Nashville.
Yeah. And we'll beat them again. Tell them what's up. Yeah. You can't beat us, Lamar. Fuck you.
All right, let's get into anything else on like NFL. Obviously, tomorrow's Sunday. We drop on Wednesdays. Everything's going to come out. Our picks for the Titans versus Bears game, 21-17. I think Levis is going to have a great game. I think the +4, if it's still there, is like a great pick. Yeah. Good value there. Caleb Williams, I do think he's probably the franchise quarterback. You've got great weapons there. I don't know if I'm missing anything. I just think we don't know what to expect with the Titans in game one.
I think it's also, you can say the exact same thing. You don't know what to expect with the Bears game.
Bears either.
Especially with Caleb Williams. We all know how good he is. Mm-hmm. But how good does that going to translate to week one? And then how good are the Bears actually?
You think Caleb Williams, he's a big dude. You think, Jeff Simmons on him one time, he'll be good after that? Probably.
If he gets one good hit, like an actual OG, like 300-pounder, like Simmons, yeah.
Do you think he'll brush it off though?
Yeah, he'll get up.
Yeah,
but he's gonna be like, damn, this is not college hit. This is a grown ass man.
Maybe I should stop painting my nails.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into our Mount Rushmore. Week 1, Mount Rushmore of best pregame songs to play at a party.
I just want to say I cooked the shit out of you last week.
Yeah, you did, which was kind of bullshit.
What was the percentage on that? Do you remember?
I don't know. I will say I had some late votes, so it was closer than you think.
No. Late votes. I think it was at 71% at one point.
We'll call it 60-40.
Yeah, okay. I saw it, and
It was Mount Rushmore of worst times to get a phone call. Ringer on loud. You had some great ones. I just had some that people couldn't like relate to. You know, it was taking a selfie with a celebrity. I'm like, maybe that wasn't the best pick. You had some good ones for sure. But let's get into this week's Mount Rushmore. It is Mount Rushmore of the best pregame songs to play at a party. So I'll let you go first again. You are the winner. Crown the king. You're up 1-0.
1-0.
And I mean, you can't take mine because I told you what mine was going to be.
Yeah. So first one, I think, how am I going to put this? Because I wanted to say pregame songs of like, let's set the tone. So you're in college, day drinking, girls and guys there, kind of just pre-gaming a party. Maybe you're going out later than night. That's kind of what I was going for. I wanted to catch what your vibe was. So
I'm the same way. Like college party, it could even be a night pregame at the apartment before we go out to the bars.
Yeah.
I also like the day parties too. Let's stick at the day parties. Let's just stay there. Day parties, bumping music outside. People are in the backyard drinking kegs, and maybe it's going to lead into the night.
Yeah, maybe it's not bumping yet, but it's like there's enough people there that it's like
where we're singing along.
Yeah, like Okay, all right. Okay, that's kind of where I'm going towards. Okay. So first one, I'm gonna do "Closer" by the Chainsmokers.
I like it.
Kind of get the girls involved. I had a group of girls in college that overplayed the shit out of this song. Kind of. But all the girls love it. It's a catchy song. The guys can nod their head. They'll sing a couple of words. I think that was like one of the ones for me that was like always on the playlist.
I mean, those guys, they live in Vegas. They play sets almost every weekend. Yeah. And they are, what was it, Little Timmy? Panty soakers.
Yeah. Like that's
we ain't got no chance, you know? We just have to bump with them. It's a great song. Everyone can vibe to. We definitely played it at the frat parties. Another song that we played at the frat parties and just anywhere and everywhere. My one of one is Mr. Brightside by the Killers.
Yep. That's
can't go wrong. It has to be up there. It just has to.
That was like the one that we both had. And it was like, you can't take mine. But
can't do it.
I love that pick. That was a good one. I think that's also, it's great that when it comes on, everybody's singing it.
Yep.
Sneaky at the end of the night, last song.
I like
last 5 songs.
You know what the best last song is, though?
What?
Closing Time.
Yeah, of course. Number 2 for me, I got the Black Eyed Peas on there. Am I going to take one of yours?
You might.
And I'm going to say, let's get it started.
Okay.
I think that's like a, you know, kind of like not the party song, but it's like, hey, let's, we're here to, start the day. I remember this playing actually at like basketball games, and everybody's like, all right, now the game's about to start. Let's get into it.
Nice.
Kind of set the mode of like, all right, let's, maybe I just walked in 5 minutes ago. You hear that come on. It's like, all right, let's party.
An all-time classic. Cannot go wrong with Black Eyed Peas. Really, any song that they came out with was always a banger. I love it.
That time. Yeah.
It was just good music, man. Yeah. It's just, we just don't get music like that anymore. All right, I like it. That's your second. My second is bring it back to a rock band that everyone I know fucked with, and even if you didn't, you know the song. All the Small Things, Blink-182.
Blink-182. I was thinking about going that route. They got a couple that are just everybody will know if it comes on.
It was between that one or What's My Age Again.
Yeah.
But Blink-182, all the small things. I mean, it's just a classic. Everyone knows the words to it. Blink-182's got to be up there.
Yeah. That's like kind of like my starting of like bands. That Blink-182. Like,
you've got the Green Days. You've got like, I don't know, the Nickelbacks. What else is up there? Like a Linkin Park.
Yeah, sort of getting into that vibe. I like it. I like that one. See, this is where I wanted to throw a little bit of rap in there.
Okay.
Not like heavy rap, but like one of the ones that you also will hear and everybody knows. I'm going Jay-Z. I'm going Run This Town.
I like it.
Just because it's, everybody knows it. It also kind of gets you up, not like hype, but it, gets the blood flowing, and people, if you know it, you will always say, the chorus of like, let's.
I think
run
it's
this song.
finish.
No, go ahead. I wanna
It's a
hear-
bad Jay-Z pick though.
Do you have a better Jay-Z that you? I was thinking I don't want to do like my favorite like style of Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if you just hear it,
If you just hear it, I think
Everybody's-
I'm thinking the same thing actually now.
everybody knows it. It's not like a obscure song that you just like to bump, because he has a couple that I was thinking about, but I like the
I want it to be like in my top 4 with Jay-Z, but so I'm in between like a good 4 right now left.
okay.
So
I don't hate it. I mean,
I'm gonna leave my third one that I got. I don't know if I can go Black Eyed Peas just because you win it.
yeah, it might be tough for the graphic if we
Yeah.
see mine and then yours. But go. I mean, do what you think it is the best song, because
All right. So my third one is gonna be it was gonna be my 4th, but it's gonna be my third. Love this song, man. Been bumping it. It's a vibe change for sure. It's not your normal rap. It's not your normal, I don't know, Blink 182. It's just a great song. Everyone knows the lyrics to. Female. Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten.
wow, I did not see that one coming.
Yeah.
I like that for the day. The day.
Love that song.
Yeah.
I remember I was in New York with Alec Eskin and his boy. We were at one of the best bars called Common Ground in Soho. Day drinking. It's a Penn State bar. It's big. A lot of people in there. Got tables. Big screen, projector screen. Feel the rain on your skin. I was singing at the top of my lungs, bro.
That's
it
a
is
good
one
one.
of the best party songs. Good
Yeah.
vibes everywhere.
I mean, that's a good one. I wasn't thinking. I mean, I didn't even come across my mind. I like that. Actually, I like that.
Let me make sure I'm saying that. Yeah, Natasha Bedingfield.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going kind of off the beaten path too here. I don't know if because I just heard this and I was, in a good mood and vibing out on a boat, but I'm going country for my last pick. And it's 5 o'clock somewhere by Jimmy Buffett and Alan Jackson.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Jimmy Buffett, right? R.I.P.
Jimmy, yeah. But I think that was also like kind of like if you hear it, maybe you just walked into, it's 5 o'clock, let's start the drinking. Let's just, you hear it, a lot of people know it. So I wanted a country song on there, and I just picked that one because I think it hits a little bit.
Yeah, I want to go country, man. I
don't know if it's a banger, like you're like banging it out, but if it comes on, everybody's like, oh, okay.
Okay. I might change mine up real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I don't think it's a party song. I wanted to say I Won't Back Down by Tom Petty. Great song. I'm going to stick with what I know. And I'm hung between Kanye West, Jay-Z, and 50 Cent.
Ooh, I was going to go 50 Cent for my kind of real rapper.
In the club.
Yeah. That's like mid, like everybody's in the zone.
Can't go wrong with 50 Cent, man.
Yeah.
In the club.
And that's like an old school like gem too.
And it's, I mean, people watching this, you're probably not gonna agree with any of these, what we're saying.
Yeah.
That's ours. Do we have any honorable mentions?
I was curious about what your Jay-Z song would have been.
Dirt Off Your Shoulders.
Dirt Off Your Shoulders, yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. And then you
I
just
just
start
think that-
heading on. You just start this when you
I just
fucking
think
hear
sometimes if that could get annoying for
I
the
know.
whole song.
I know.
That's the only reason
know.
I just didn't. I
I
couldn't.
was listening to it in the shower and I was like, all right. Then he kind of switches it up.
Yeah.
Want to say maybe like any Green Day songs out there. I can't really think of it on the top of my head, but for Kanye West, nah,
Yeah,
wait
that would
till I get my money right, boy.
That's
it's
a good one.
Banger.
Yeah.
And then for Black Eyed Peas, hey,
Yeah.
do-do-do-do, hey, yeah. YMCA maybe.
Yeah, see, I was gonna go like try to maybe go that route of like a kind of like just like the cha-cha slide almost type vibe.
Cupid
but
shuffle.
yeah,
I've got another one when you're in the thick of banging out on the dance floor. Played it so many times at Tennessee upstairs Hannah's. I go ballin' like Mo Bamba.
yeah, I don't know about that one.
Fuck shit, bitch. Yeah,
Those are like those are also like I don't know if I want to listen to the whole song. It's hype when it comes on, but like by the end of it, I'm like, all right.
Any others?
No, I don't think those.
You never have any.
I don't. I get my list and I have my 4.
Go.
I don't want to throw stuff out there either that people be like, damn, you should have had that on my list.
Numb by Linkin Park.
Yeah.
What? Photograph any Nickelback?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know if those are bangers like that old
Boulevard
school.
of Broken Dreams. Those are just good music.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Throw it up. See what's good with that on socials.
Hopefully I cook you again.
Yeah. What else are we gonna talk about? Why not talk about this? The guy at 49ers wide receiver, he gets shot in an armed robbery. I think he's a rookie wide receiver. Let me try to look his name up. But this guy ends up getting shot in the chest. He goes to the hospital. Days later, he's back on the football field. I mean, what's good there?
Yeah. I mean, they say somebody was trying to jump him during the middle of the day or rob him during the middle of the day. Gets a fucking bullet through and through, misses everything, his heart, all the arteries and shit. I mean, that's scary to think about, but there are crazy
Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah.
Pearsall.
But
Shot in the chest during an attempted armed robbery in San Francisco's Union Square on Saturday, September 1st. Bullet passed through without hitting any vital organs. Initially in serious but stable condition and was released from the hospital a day later. A 17-year-old suspect has been arrested and charged with the shooting.
yeah,
Pearsall's recovery has been called a miracle by 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan. And although he isn't back on the field, he's attending practice just days after the incident.
yeah. I mean, he told coach, I think, or in an interview or something, he's like, I'm trying to like play this Sunday. And they were like, no. But I mean, it's scary, bro. Like they were saying if it was like an inch or two in either direction, like he might not even be living, bro.
Yeah. I mean it's and then Tank Dell, the wide receiver for the Texans, right? Kind of same thing. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I don't know if that guy's is he gonna like continue to play football or is he gonna retire and join like a fucking op and try to get revenge?
No. If he's saying in interviews he wants to play on Sunday, couple days after that he ain't retiring.
Okay. I just didn't know if he's gonna play.
Maybe he'll hire somebody.
If he plays the season and gets cut, what if he tries to join the ops? What if he tries to? He's got enough money.
Well, you probably gonna pay somebody for it.
17-year-old kid. I mean, he's going to juvenile for a second, but he'll be out, bro, by like 23.
You know, hire somebody, get my lick back. You know, I ain't gonna do it because I'm out here balling on Sundays and making money. But here's a couple mil. You know,
Just go take his hat off.
Yeah.
All right.
Or call the guard up in the prison and be like, hey, you know, slip him some of that meth that, you know, is laced with a bunch of shit and he'll be flopping on the floor.
Or drop the soap and get him, bro. By the way, speaking of that, there's a new word that I'm trying out for players, specifically like Nico-esque, that are, you know, juke. Like maybe Saquon can be in there. Slippery. He's slippery.
Slippery.
It's a good word to use, right?
Yeah. Like a shifty, like, is Lamar Jackson, like, is he slippery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That man is fucking oiled up, brother. From head to toe.
Now is like Derrick Henry slippery? No.
No way, dude. Derrick Henry's too bulky. He's too stocky. He ain't slippery. He
ain't slippery.
He reminds me of like peanut butter, you know?
Yeah.
Let's get into some drama in the USC. A couple more topics and we'll get out of here. Machine Gun Kelly back at it with Sean Strickland. I mean, you heard about this? Machine Gun Kelly's back on. They met each other at a power slap event like last year or something. Machine Gun Kelly didn't know who he was. Apparently, they end up shaking hands. Sean Strickland's kind of a guy who you're going to be on his bad side if you look weird, if you got a camera with you and you're filming him, or if he just doesn't like the way you talk. Machine Gun Kelly, obviously tattooed from head to toe, kind of looks a little bizarre. And then, yeah, they end up shaking hands and he's calling him out. He's trying to fight him. I guess Sean Strickland was trying to fight him right then and there. And then the altercation it ends up being broken up. And then Machine Gun Kelly hops on Logan Paul's podcast and it's like, hey, bro, I got a little advice for you. As a big bro advice, like, shut the fuck up. Stop talking about me. But I know you won't. You're just insecure. Sean Strickland clapped back and he's just making fun of him, telling him to go kill himself.
Do you think that, like, things like that, do you think that's more of like for the show, or was that like, because I saw the clip of like the initial like interaction when they first saw each other. Could it just be like a miscommunication? Like Strickland thinks he's the big hot shit because he, you know, is whatever, and then MGK is like worldwide known. Yeah. And if he doesn't know who you are,
but MGK is kind of getting this bad rap. Like he's going through this midlife crisis where he's covering up all these bad tattoos.
Yeah.
You know, he's with Megan Fox, who kind of is a weirdo herself.
Yeah, kind of turned into a little bit of a.
He's kind of doing this genre change, like going to like rock and country music and pop, and it's just, I don't know. I did Eminem after the fucking diss track. He fucking cooked them into another genre, dude. And, you know, he's got that new West Virginia song that he said it took 2 years to make that cover.
Yeah, I don't know if that, what are you doing, fucking sitting on your hands?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know if I'm not a fan, actually, at all.
I don't think I ever really was. Like, no. There's a couple of his songs, like, I would fuck with they came on, but, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just trying to stay relevant, bro. How many...
Sean Strickland also chirped at Megan Fox before that whole power slap encounter.
Yeah, I saw that.
See that?
Yeah.
Saying how she just doesn't treat her, she doesn't raise her kids the way she should or something like that.
But Sean Strickland, you have to know, like, that's where I don't think MGK knew or knows how, like, Strickland, like, acts. And that's how Strickland, like, if he sees something he doesn't like, he's going to call it out. And so, like, when Megan Fox, or if he sees something like that where he doesn't think, he'll say it. He has no filter. So I think that's where it's like, you just got to know how he operates. You know what I mean?
I think both those guys are weird in the head, bro.
They're off the record.
All right. So if they meet up again, something bad's probably going to happen.
Or they should just fucking schedule a fucking fight, bro.
Dude,
like a
Strickland
boxing
would
fight.
kill this guy.
I mean, schedule
you see
a
what
boxing
he's doing
match.
to the streamers.
I mean, schedule a boxing fucking match and, you know, settle it. If that's really how he feels, if both of them feel that way, fuck them.
Let's get into some hip-hop industry, man.
Yeah.
RIP, let's do this first. 6 years as of today, Mac Miller passed.
I know.
Shout out Mac Miller.
I saw that on my feed.
If Mac Miller were still alive, man, he would still be making really good music.
Yeah.
Like, really good music.
Yeah.
His last album was like a work of art, and it wasn't this like Donald Trump hype song, or even though that's great, like it just would have. It's so sad. And then on top of that, Rich Homie Quan, which I didn't realize how many songs I had of his on my like SoundCloud and Spotify. He was the man. Dude.
Yeah.
He dies in an apparent overdose.
Yeah, I tried to look into it a little bit more, and I was texting you about it. Supposedly, they say he doesn't have like a problem with like drugs. He was just like a, you know, occasional dabbler. Mm-hmm. And he just got a bag of bad pills or a batch of bad pills. But then there was another report of like saying the exact opposite. So it was kind of hard to find exactly, you know, maybe he just had a, you know, night and wanted to go out and there was, you know, drugs.
In Atlanta, right?
I think it was in Atlanta or outside of Atlanta or something.
Yeah.
But no, he had bangers, bro. Like
Flex type of way.
Bro, there was so many. What was the one I sent to you that was on my?
I'm a gonna eat in the pudding deal. It's all like from. I mean, it was great.
Yeah.
Type of way.
Type of way was.
Type of
That
way.
was on my. I had to look it up, but
There it is. Walked in 30,000. I mean, he just had bangers, bro. Yeah. Super sad to see. I'm sure Young Thug heard about that behind Little Bizarres and, you know, probably took a pill himself. Definitely R.I.P. to Rich Holmes, dude. And you've heard me saying I got to go take a Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah. The Pizzle Whizzle.
I got to go. The Wiz Khalifa and then Rich Homie Quan is a shit for me.
Yeah.
You gotta go take a Rich, dude.
A little Wizzy and a little Richie.
A rich little shit, dude. By the way, it fucking woke up the other night in the middle of the night and just fucking tore my bathroom up out of nowhere.
You just ate some shit that was bad?
Yeah, I think I've been drinking a lot of beer.
I was gonna say I had this similar. I hadn't drank a beer before going to the lake for like a month probably.
Yeah.
Or I had an occasional one, maybe if I had it with dinner or something. Mm-hmm. But at the lake, like you out on the boat and stuff, I drink beer. Like I'm not out there drinking hard liquor. I just sip on a beer or two.
You also don't want to get pulled over, right?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is too though, like you can drink on your boat if it's not on. Because it's just like drinking in your house.
Wait, if it's not what?
On. Like if you like pull up to the sandbar, you can just sit there and drink all day.
Oh, but you can't drink out on the water.
You can't like, just like in driving your car, you can't drink while you're driving your car, but you can go out and park at the sandbar and drink all day. But I started drinking beer and I had the worst beer shits.
Right, yeah.
All week.
It happens, bro.
I was like, I got to stop drinking beer during the like day.
Beer's great, man. It's just like once you drink a lot of it, it's like, damn, bro. My thing is I'm definitely starting to realize that the alcohol consumption has to take a step down because I actually can't handle it anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not 21 anymore.
Can't do it. So
I'm getting older, man.
Yeah.
Welcome. Hey, you're not even. Wait till you hit 30, bro.
Can we talk about it?
What?
The facial hair?
I'm surprised you ain't bringing it up yet.
What do you think?
I think it looks great. A big difference from, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
You got it filled out a little bit more. You can see it a little bit more. It looks good.
It's been like 4 weeks, bro.
Yeah. It's a good look. You look more, not older, but you look like you got a style now.
You think the ladies like it?
I mean, all the ladies out there, do you like guys, like most of the girls I talk to, they like guys with facial hair.
Yeah. But what about this?
I mean, it's a style, bro.
Okay.
You like it? That's the real question.
I like it because I have dark hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just testing it out. You know how I know that it looks somewhat decent? Because no one's really saying anything about it. You know
like you should,
like your boys or anything like that.
They just,
So, dude.
Oh, good to see you again.
I'm like,
you like the facial hair?
Like, oh yeah, thought you had that.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That means it looks good. That means it fits you. Now, can you not grow it up here?
I can grow a little bit, but it's more on my rider side. I can't really, I feel it, but I just can't really get it. I can't connect it here either.
I was going to say, I don't know, maybe like that's why you have that style.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it looks good, man.
Thanks, bro. What's crazy, bro? Did you see me go to Broadway the other night?
I saw your...
Went with AP. AP and I just went out. And went to Tin Roof. Went down to Losers.
Oh, shit. You had a
Midtown.
night. You only posted one photo of you guys I guess it was Losers.
Could have been.
Maybe it was early, like Tin Roof, but...
Yeah. Watching the game. I think it was the Michigan game. I was trying to say I love Asian American women, bro. Like there was Asian American woman, and they're all Vandy chicks, which is nice.
Yeah, smart.
So I went up to him, but AP, he's too pretty, and he's got a girlfriend. It don't matter. They still looking at him. And I'm like, all right. So we try to go to the bar with the other chicks. So I took him. AP was just following because he couldn't really do anything. When I was like, yo, let's go to this other bar with her and her friend. And then they ended up leaving or something. Then we went to Broadway, and it was just a whole lot, man. Broadway is still actually so crazy that it's just Broadway.
Yeah, bro. I'm not ever going down there, bro.
It's actually crazy. It's the one place in America that actually probably resembles exactly what Vegas is. But except the casinos.
Yeah, I think it's almost different because you've never been to Vegas, have you?
No.
Vegas is more like pockets. Like everybody's going to, the Strip, but they go into pockets of like.
So it's its own thing. Broadway is its own thing,
bro. Broadway.
All right. So what does it better compare to like New Orleans, like Bourbon Street?
Bourbon Street's just bigger too. Like it's Broadway, because it's all on one strip, you get outside of a bar and everybody's just fucked.
And the whole strip is blocked off.
Yeah, like that's the biggest thing. I mean, it's probably the best comparison is Bourbon.
Last thing on that, had like the most underrated, I guess, physical. I don't even know. This the most underrated thing you can like have for a short period of time are the hiccups.
You don't like them?
Nobody likes them.
I know, but like why?
Because I had them while I was out for like 30 straight minutes.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you just
It's
brought
just
that up
no.
randomly.
It's just
Yeah.
that's my bad. I should have explained that, but yeah, I had the hiccups for like 30 straight minutes, and I just could not talk to anybody, bro. I had to like go in a corner and try to hold my breath, dude. I was pissed.
Were you like about to throw up,
Nah,
or is it just because you caught air?
I don't know. How do you even get them?
I don't know. Bad air through
Yeah.
wrong pipes or something.
I don't know what it was, and then I finally drank some water like 30 minutes later, and I held my breath, and I was like,
I think
I
they're
think
gone.
they're gone.
Yeah.
That's the best feeling. Anyways, anything else, man? Anything else? Football. Looking forward to going to the cabin here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we're gonna go up to Gatlinburg,
Yeah.
get a nice little weekend out there, get a couple of the boys with us, have a nice little college football getaway.
And you think that won't be too homosexual, right?
No, we're gonna be up there for 2 nights.
Yeah, it might get a little.
First night we're gonna get fucking hammered anyway.
Yeah. E.T. was saying, well, we can still try to make the Titans game on Sunday. So what are you talking about, dude? We're going to be going to bed on Saturday at like 3 a.m.
Bro, especially if that Tennessee game is late night,
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna get over at 11. You think we're going to bed at 11 after that game?
Are you?
Hell no.
Yeah, I'm not.
Fucking catch the Hawaii game at fucking midnight.
Yeah. We could bring the TV outside too, but that'll be fun. All right. I think that's it, man.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. We're on YouTube. Shout out to all you guys out there. Go Vols, tighten up, and
Nice little.
namaste and health and well.
Yeah, I'll give you a little namaste, guys. Namaste to you.
Namaste, health and wellness. Peace.